This is the V8 LS powered jet ski. I am just picking up right now where I left off on the fiberglass, and that would have been in part 6 of the V8 jet ski build. Right now I do have some extra time to work on the fiberglass because I am waiting for Joel Arsenault to finish the exhaust manifolds for this build. And if you didn't know, Joel is doing some videos on the exhaust manifolds and building them. The exhaust manifolds are looking awesome so far, so I definitely recommend checking out those videos. So you can check those videos out if you want. I will have them linked in the description of this video. I really hadn't planned on doing any more videos of fiberglass on this because I consider them to be tedious and time consuming and not necessarily the most fun for you guys to watch. After saying something about it to you guys, I got a bunch of responses that you guys would like to see the fiberglass process on this particular build. So over the course of the last couple of months, I have been working on the fiberglass whenever I get a chance. And since I had a little bit of extra time to work on it recently, I've made some pretty decent progress on the fiberglass on this machine. The reason I'm having to do this fiberglass is because there was a big hole in the front of the boat itself. And when I say there was a big hole, there was a spot where it had been patched multiple times. And when I ground away all that old material, I found what equated to quite a large hole or damaged area. And certainly was a lot of other damages on this hull, nicks and scratches and whatnot. Being that this hull has 350 hours on it, it's no surprise that it is in need of a little bit of repair on the bottom side. And during the course of this video, I will be showing you guys a lot of the sanding and fiberglass that I've done on this hull, although I'm not necessarily showing you all of the work involved. I have cut multiple parts out of this video just to keep it a little bit more concise and a little bit more on the watchable side. Otherwise, we'd have a super long video. There it is, so much work to get this thing sanded down, and I'm gonna get ready, go ahead and prep this thing, get it ready for some more fiberglass. Nice and dry. I might have enough material here now to get the, well, probably not the final shape, but pretty close. It's all built up pretty well. You know, I gotta come in and sort of carve it down and make the real shape. This spot I have not yet gone after with fiberglass. It's still kind of wet in this area. The water kind of soaked into the hull a little bit, so I'm really waiting probably to the last minute before I patch that. Because any wetness in your fiberglass is really gonna screw you up when you're trying to get it to dry and get it to have the proper hardness and you know, have it be good. I don't know how well it shows up in the videos, but the underside of this hull has so much damage on it. A lot of surface damage, really, you know, just like nicks in the gel coat and whatnot. But it's going to take a lot of sanding for me to really get it all the way cleaned back up and to a really nice finish. Not totally necessary to have it be perfect, but I'm already here. This is going to have a V8 in it, so, you know, I want it to have every chance it can to survive the massive horsepower and torque. The hull is starting to shape up pretty well on the bottom side here. I know it might look kind of crappy right now, but mostly we're focused on the smoothness of the lines and the actual shape itself, as opposed to, you know, how it looks with all the different colors of, you know, gel coat and fiberglass and that sort of thing. I am getting fairly close on this, so I'm really excited to kind of wrap up the underside fiberglass on this machine. This area here, I can finally do some fiberglass on this. It took this whole course of time for this to dry out. It was just saturated and soaked with water, but now it's finally dry. The section up here, I'm really working on getting the shape correct up here. I do need to lay a fresh batch of fiberglass up there and then shape it some more. And getting the shape is quite, you know, tricky, time consuming. It's more of like an art than anything else. I've got the fiberglass on this unit mostly done, and I have the blue paint on here. I was using it so I could actually see, you know, the different spots that still needed work, almost like a guide coat. It has kind of a strange look with all the different colors, kind of making the shape look different than it actually is. If this was all painted one color, then you would be able to see that I'm very close to the shape that I need it to be. My plan is to put up a few more layers of fiberglass on here, get it all painted, and get the bottom all nice and smoothed out and super nice. Just laid down another coat of fiberglass on this thing, and this is how it is looking right now. Many of you know that fiberglassing is a very long and tedious process because it just kind of is what it is. Now I am nearing the end of this process, and I'm getting into more of the paint and gel coat area here. And what I'm doing is wet sanding off this blue paint, which I'm using as sort of a guide coat, if you will, so I can see what needs to be sanded and what I've already sanded. Being that this hull is made out of black fiberglass and it is black paint on the bottom, it's very hard to tell where I've sanded and where I haven't without a differentiating color such as this blue here, which really helps me see where I've sanded and where I haven't sanded. I am doing a wet sand here, which I find is kind of nice for keeping my sandpaper from getting clogged up. And obviously I am using an electric sander and I'm using water, so it's not exactly the smartest thing in the world to be doing. So it's not something that I could recommend that you do yourself. I am careful not to get this sander wet in the wrong places, so I haven't experienced any problems with electric shock or breaking the tool itself. Another late one here tonight. I don't even know if you can see us with the lighting, but been working late into the night pretty much every day. I'm working on this fiberglass stuff.
Yeah, I hope you guys like watching fiberglass videos. We don't really enjoy doing it so much, but maybe you love watching it.
Got a halfway decent finish going on the bottom of this thing now. I would like to do another wet sand on this thing, but I guess we probably won't see that on the video because I need to upload this video so you can see it. If the V8 jet ski is something that you care about and want to see more videos about, support this video by making sure that you've watched the whole thing, and definitely check out another video on the V8 jet ski. Also, if you are wanting to see the V8 jet ski exhaust manifolds being built, you can click into the description of this video and I'll have links to the videos where Joel is building the exhaust manifolds for this machine.